What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So it's time for the weekly rotation. It's that time of the week. As you can see, we're going to be dealing with the sun's in the right spot. It's 9 in the morning. I'm a little bit later doing my content than usual. I try to beat the sun to this spot in my windows so I don't have to fight this as much. But so I know that can be a distraction. It is for me at looking at the feedback. So maybe it doesn't bother you. I hope it doesn't bother you. But summertime lineup, we do have, I guess, technically one fragrance I wouldn't consider so much a summer fragrance in this lineup. That's just so amazing. I had to wear it right away when I got it. New, Mancera Fig Me Up, you can see right there. But we got a bunch of really good stuff in the lineup this week. Some newer stuff to the collection and some summertime favorites also. And Nautica Voyage is even in the lineup. I haven't wore that in a while. So it's week number 291, the weekly rotation. Stay tuned. Starting off on Sunday, this is basically Creed's Millésime Impérial with some plum. It's a little spiced, fruity, aquatic. It's just shower gel-like at first. Absolutely stunning fragrance from Birkholz. This is called Corsica. Let me do that. Focus better this way. Corsica Baiser de la Mer. Interesting name. Beautiful bottle. Beautiful cap, heavy cap, but the fragrance itself, kind of an ultimate form of Millésime Imperial to me, because I love a good plum note. Hell, that's why I like Fig Me Up so much. We'll get to that in a minute. That's loaded with plum too. Good plum note does a lot in a fragrance, right? For those of you that enjoy a good plum fragrance, and you need to try this. It's pricey, it's niche, it's not cheap, but it's worth a try, especially if you like Millésime Imperial and you like plum. You kind of get both here. Instead of that melon smell that Millésime Imperial is known for, it's more of a plum smell. Still a little bit of melon, but even though I don't think they necessarily list melon, but still has kind of that melon fruitiness. But a nice hit of plum adds this intensified juicy fruit smell that Millésime Imperial didn't necessarily have a lot of. Stunning, really good quality, great longevity. It's not an overwhelmingly strong projector. It's, average projection type of stuff. Sillage is pretty good on it. It's one that, you can spray a little bit more because, again, it's not really loud, but it's one that I find gets really good longevity. It's kind of what I like. Present, pronounced, not overwhelming, not overtaking of a profile, but lasts a long time. That's been my experience on the skin. It's totally worth checking out. And it'll be back in the rotation again in the next week or so, I'm sure, because it's an absolute joy to wear. It smells amazing. It's Birkholz Corsica. Nothing out the shower. Moving into Monday, so needed to spend another round with this one. Wife's a big fan because it smells like Sauvage. She loves everything that smells like Sauvage. But we will be doing our line talk on the Jimmy Choo Man line. And this is the newest release, Jimmy Choo Man Extreme. It does basically smell like a fruitier Sauvage. Not necessarily along the lines of Jasada Ambassador. That blows this out the water. Jasada Ambassador is way better than this. But if you were to kind of keep that fruitiness, that kind of melon smell, here we go talking melon again, from the original Jimmy Choo Man and Jimmy Choo Man Intense, keep it in here even though they don't list it, and make it a more woodsy version of Sauvage, the Sauvage EDT smell, that shower gel, still peppered, aromatic, all the good stuff. Some sweetness, all the elements that you expect from Sauvage EDT are here. Plus, again, instead of that bergamot citrus, you get a fruity melon smell with enhanced woods in the dry down. It is actually really good, but really redundant to Sauvage at the same time. Redundant to Jasada Ambassador, probably Rosa Carbon. So if you have fragrances like that, it's going to be redundant to them. It is really nice, though. I have to say, of course, I knew the wife would enjoy it because she loves Sauvage. She's a sucker for Sauvage. And this definitely smells like kind of an interesting take on Sauvage. More of a summery version. I mean, you wear Sauvage year-round. I know. It's played out. It's terrible. Everybody wears it. I don't want to hear all that. It smells good. My wife loves the way it smells. I care about her opinion, not the internet's, when it comes to fragrance, And she's a fan. So try it. It will get cheaper. It's a little higher price than most would want in the Jimmy Choo Man line right now. It's like around 60-ish. It'll get cheaper, though. Just be patient if you're not ready to get it at that price yet. I was happy to get it at that price because I just like the line. It's Jimmy Choo Man Extreme. Moving into Tuesday, what a great day it was. This is one of those rare occasions I recommend get the clone over the like $30 to $40 designer fragrance. Get the 20 some odd dollar clone over the $30 to $40 cheap designer. The cheap designer being Lacoste L1212 Blanc EDT, the original Lacoste white. The clone being Armaf Niche White Diamond. This is an eau de parfum. It smells basically like a richer version of Lacoste white. It's a dead ringer for it. I think it's the... I'm flinging that cat. It's the better buy of the two. Get that juicy grapefruit, the white florals. Even though I don't list anything about the leather accord, I still get the leather accord. Man, it's that dapper casual. Dapper casual. We're going to create a subcategory where it can be dressy in warmer weather, but it goes totally fine with a t-shirt at the same time. Let's go dapper casual. You can dress it up and you can dress it down, especially in the warmer weather. It dresses up really well because it's got so much freshness, but it's got a little bit of depth and body to it with this leathery accord and the woods and everything. It's just so freaking good. This is the EDP version, what the real EDP version of Lacoste White should have been. The actual EDP version smelled like a combination of Coach Blue and YSL with maybe a pinch of Lacoste White. It smelled good. It just didn't really smell like Lacoste White in an eau de parfum version. Like they didn't twist. Yeah, normally they'll crank the oil up for a concentration flanker, but they'll usually add a little twist, maybe add a couple of notes or pull a note away and add a note, but it still overall smells like the original at its core. That's not how Lacoste White EDP was. This is legitimately just taking the EDT's profile and adding oil, ramping up the oil concentration. They're good. I would actually recommend getting this $20 to $25-ish clone over the $35 designer cheapie. Yeah, that good. It's that good. And again, it's a dead ringer for it too. And that's Armaf Niche White Diamond. Smells like Lacoste White, the original. And then we got out the shower. The greatest cheap fragrance of all time. Piss, moan, bitch, and whine if you disagree somewhere else, because I don't want to hear it. I get crap all the time. It's like, you only want people to say nice stuff and glaze you. Sure, let's look at it that way. Yep, glaze me up in my comments and shut the fuck up. It's one of those two. You will say nice things or you will not be in my comment section. That has been the standard for a while. I just don't say it publicly. I don't want to hear nobody's bullshit. If you have a legitimate, like, it was this for me, I'm not a fan, that's legit. But it's the personal craziness, crazy shots and stuff like that, that's the comments that get you the fuck out of here. See what I'm saying? So, because I know this one's going to drag it in. This one's going to bring it in. There's going to be some love. There's going to be some hate. And look, if you respectfully hate on the fragrance, that's cool. Just don't drag me into it. Don't make it about me. Don't make it about me. Keep it about the fragrance. Green apple, watery aquatic, soft florals, clean musk. I think everybody should have a bottle of this at some point in their fragrance journey, even if it's the very beginning. It's still good. It's an average performer, too. I get about 6 hours out of this one. It's pretty strong for an hour and a half or so. It will pull some compliments. It's still well-rounded and just good to wear for anything. It's a great young man's fragrance. It's a great beginner's fragrance, and it's great for the gym, out the shower, just rocking it on a hot day. It's great to wear to work. It's still great. I don't care who doesn't like it. I like it. The wife likes it. My household likes it. If your household likes it, you probably quite the fan and agree with me anyway, right? One of the greatest sub $20 fragrances money can buy. I'm sure it's around $20 more so these days. It used to be 12 to 16. Maybe it is still around 16. I don't know. I haven't looked in a long time. I'll link it down below. It's one of those, I think, must-try cheap fragrances. And don't let the online forums, nonsense, anonymous profiles and everything detour you. Don't let other content creators detour you. Don't let me talk you into it. Only if it seems like something you might be interested in. It's worth trying, in my opinion. And worst case scenario, you spent 15, 16 bucks. Your son, your nephew, somebody gonna get some joy out of it. Most people like this fragrance. This is like the cheapy version of the heat Sauvage gets. How I was just talking about the nonsense Sauvage gets. This gets it tenfold. And I think it's the greatest cheap fragrance of all time. Even though it's not my current favorite cheap fragrance, I think it's the one that deserves the most respect. Because it's the original cheapy hype beast. Like, there's been other cheapy hype beasts in the online community before it, but none so full of hype. You know, I mean, this got hyped 10 Ways to Sunday for years, and I think it deserves it. I think it still deserves it. I think it's still worth getting. It was nice to revisit. Out the shower, Nautica Voyage. Oh boy, was Wednesday a close second for best smelling day of the week. And that is because the fragrance we started the day off with was Mancera Fig Me Up. So, not something I typically would recommend to rock during the day in the summer, but it totally worked fine because the way the oud and the greens and all the other woods and stuff come across, it's got this like coniferous, pine coney, slight funky woody, light earthy tone. Like, I know that's a lot of word jumble. But then you add a juicy fruit combo of fig and plum. Chef's kiss. Rhubarb doesn't really stand out so much to me. I know one of my longtime subscribers, E, shout outs to him, he said the rhubarb was kind of sharp for him, made it a little off-putting for him. He had to get rid of the fragrance. It's not going to be for everybody. I agree, this is not going to be one everybody's going to love the way I do. It's outstanding. I think it's phenomenal. This has immediately jumped into my top 10 for Mancera. Where it falls, I don't know. I'm going to have to continue. So I've only had one wearing so far. This wearing that we're talking about. Man, I'm a sucker for it, though. It does get a little powdery as it dries also. But this is good. This is good. This is more of a dominant, earthy, woody green type of fruity fig. And I mean, it's fruity as shit because of the plum. The plum, it's intense. I think there's more plum than fig, honestly. I really do. Creative name too, right? Fig Me Up. Great performer, as with most Mancera fragrances. Totally worth trying. Not a safe. There's no such thing as a safe blind buy because everybody's taste is different. Like, even though I'm saying Nautica Voyage is all that in a bag of chips for $16, you may hate it. You may think it's terrible for $16. You may think this is the greatest fragrance you ever smelled, or you may think it's the most funky, off-putting thing. How could somebody like this? Kind of stuff happens. It does. So, blind buy at your own risk with any fragrance, especially stuff like this. Try to sample if you can. But if you're a fig and plum lover, if you're a plum lover, or if you're a fan of Mancera, the typical style of the way Pierre Montal does his ouds, it's a fruity oud basically. It's good. It is good. During the day, we've got Mancera Fig Me Up, first wearing. Then we've got the shower. Tommy Bahama's Maritime Voyage. I just talked about it recently. A cheapy summertime fragrance, tropical fragrance video. It is that good. It's a little lactonic, creamy from some coconut milk. You have starfruit. Yes, starfruit like what used to be in the original version of this, not in that one. We'll talk about that next. That's the next day on the rotation. A little bit of lemongrass. It's woodsy. It's very, very tropical, beachy summertime. It's becoming my favorite Tommy Bahama fragrance. I don't know if I could ever take St. Bart's off its pedestal for the brand, but this runs a close race with it. This is, at minimum, my second favorite from the brand. This is hands down the best in the Maritime line, and I have the entire Maritime line. It's like $30 these days for this 4-ounce bottle. Totally worth getting. 4.2 ounce, sorry. Totally worth getting. It's a beautiful bottle too. It smells great. Yes, it's an eau de cologne, it's an EDC, but it's still like average performer. At least I get average performance. I get 5-6 hours out of it in longevity. I get a good, about an hour projection maybe. It's not a strong projector, but it pops off the skin for a little while, that's for sure. And then, sillage is nothing crazy. Again, not a super strong performer, but it smells really good and it's great on a hot day. And it's great out the shower, because that's what I would work for. Out the shower, Tommy Bahama Maritime Voyage. Moving into Thursday, we got the best smelling day of the week. You know that means Coconut Lagoon is here. Man, this grows on me more and more as I wear it. I'm really digging this. I think it's in my top 10 favorite designers released this year. Versace Mano Fraiche Extreme. Everybody keeps asking me, where did I get it? And even in the video where I tell you where I got it, and they have a link and everything, it's like, I bought it from Fragrance Buy. I'll have the link for Fragrance Buy in this video. And somebody's still going to ask me, where'd I get it? Now, Jay, don't be a smartass. My resident smartass subscriber. He's going to say, where can you get... Because that's just what Jay does. Love you, Jay. Stop it. I'm not in the mood for your tomfoolery and fuckery today. Versace Mano Fraiche Extreme. So, if you were to take the starfruit away... I know, crazy talk. I thought the same thing. If you were to take starfruit away and add orange blossom, you get and amp up the performance, you get this. It stays just as fresh in the opening as it is in the dry down. And it might be my favorite orange blossom fragrance because it's literally orange blossom Maison Fraiche. It works. The lemon gives you loads of juicy, watery citrus. It's still a watery, aquatic, clean musk, a little fresh and spicy, woodsy. But that orange blossom just dominates this fragrance after a few minutes. It still smells like Maison Fraiche, even though it doesn't have the star fruit. They're on to something. Look, I wanted to be disappointed because it didn't have star fruit, but that one note did not break this fragrance. You would think it would make or break it because it stands out so much in the original. But now that it still smells so much like the original, it's like, was it really doing that much? Is what it makes me think. Was it really that much of a standout like we think? Were we just telling ourselves that that's the main citrusy smell we were getting, that sour citrus? Because it might still be in here and they just didn't list it, which that's crazy. They should list it because it's what it's known for if it's in there. But the bottle's gorgeous. It's like Dylan Blue's color. But in the Maison Fraiche spine bottle, I love it. Love it. Every bit of 8 hours of longevity. Great projector for close to 2 hours. This is a good one. Paid $80 before it went out of stock from Fragrance Buy. Click the link down below and click notify me. That way when it gets in stock, you can grab it too. Because, yeah, now that I've worn it a few times, it's in my top 10 designers release for the year. It's in the upper tier. I'm digging it. I like it more and more with every wear during the day. Versace Maison Fraiche Eau de Parfum Extreme. And then, when I got the shower, Sphinx Beard Caribbean Island, which is a shave set clone-inspired aroma of Virgin Island water, and Paris Corners Ministry of Gourmand Coconut Lagoon. Juice level continues to drop on this bad boy. Candied, sugary citrus and coconut, a little bit of caramel and vanilla. It's tropical meets candy sweet. Tell you that caramel comes out more and more and more as time goes on, and that you put more and more oxygen in that bottle, and it continues to macerate. Caramel comes out more and more. But when you mix these two, it makes the citrus smell like Skittles mixed with a pina colada. It's amazing. It's amazing because people want to cop out and say this smells like Virgin Island water. Put them side by side. Stop it. No, it does not. No. 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 Crazy talk. This is not Virgin Island water. Now, is there inspiration there? Probably. But this is so sugary, caramelly, artificial coconut, not creamy, no booze, no florals. Most of the shit that makes Virgin Island water ain't here. So, again, peers of mine, stop telling people this is Virgin Island water. It is not. It is not. It's not. This is a clone of it. And when you put them together, it makes something remarkable. And I'm not the layering type because this was a happy accident. I didn't want to spray Virgin Island water and just waste sprays like that. This shit ain't cheap. And I stumbled across this. And everywhere this ends up every week when I shave makes it the best smelling day of the week. Because whatever this pairs with for a daytime wear, it doesn't even matter. This makes it the best smelling day of the week because that's how much I love the way this combination smells. So again, out the shower, had a good shave with Sphinx Beard's Caribbean Island shave set, the soap and the splash, which smells like Virgin Island water, and some sprays of Paris Corners Coconut Lagoon. Moving into Friday, this was a damn good smelling day too. Damn good smelling day. Very happy with this one from Dumont Soprano Ice. So it starts off smelling like aquatic Oil de Parfum, old formula Oil de Parfum. And as it dries down, it becomes balsamic, resinous, creamy. Like less and less Oil de Parfum, more its own thing in the dry down. But early on, it just smells like aquatic Oil de Parfum. The aldehydes, the fizzy, fruity citrus. It's a little smoked from some frankincense. You get that gingery spice. Man, and look, there's nothing in the notes that'll make you believe it's aquatic. If you just look at the notes, you're like, how's that aquatic? When you smell it, you're like, oh, that's aquatic. Performs really well, too. Man, This is immediately top 5 from Dumont for me. I had wore that test spray to the gym and 2 sprays on my neck. I ended up refreshing with 3 more sprays when I had gotten home on this day. I'm loving it. God, this is just floating here. I'm loving this. I'm loving this. This is just in time for summer. It's if they made a very aquatic Y flanker, it would be this. Y Le Parfum Ice. Let's call it that. Y Le Parfum Ice. Basically. Beautiful bottle too. This is a banger. Oh yeah. It's really good. If you like Y Le Parfum, you probably love this. Again, starts off very much that, dries into more of a balsamic resinous, aromatic, creamy, lightly smoky smell. Loses the aquatic after several hours. It takes several hours to lose it, but I don't know what to attribute that aquatic smell to, but it is aquatic and it is fantastic. Man, is this a good one. Dumont, they hardly ever, I don't think I've ever really been disappointed with them. I've been underwhelmed before, but usually overwhelmed with how good they are. And this one's one of them. Dumont Soprano Ice. When I got out the shower, I haven't worn this one in a while. The wife ended up wearing it as well. When she smelled it on me, she gave herself a couple of sprays. Happy Chopard, Lemon Dulci. Smells like fresh cut lemons. So bright and fresh and clean. Best $14 cheapie I've had. I think John Carlo Burton recommended to me. Shout outs to him. Was recommended in a live stream a long time ago. Picked up this 40 ml for $14, and it's one of the best sub $20 fragrances I've ever bought. It smells like fresh cut lemons, just cutting right into a lemon. It's so good. And I love the bottle. It's not cheap either. It's a glass cap and everything. It's cheap for what you pay, but it's not cheap with the build. It doesn't smell like a cheap fragrance. It's great. It's got this fresh white floral musky smell to it, even though that's not what the notes say. It smells like fresh cut lemons with fresh white florals and clean musk. It's marketed for women. Perfectly unisex. It's amazing. It's absolutely stunning. Love to wear it out the shower. Beautiful stuff. Out the shower, it was great to revisit. Happy Chopards, Lemon Dulci. Finally on Saturday, recent pickup. It's nice. It smells like a lot of other shower gel-like aquatics in the opening, then starts to separate itself with powdery floral dry down. That's what makes it for a much more interesting aquatic. It is Maison Margiela's Replica Sailing Day. It's a good one. I don't think it's the greatest aquatic I've ever smelled. It reminds me of, at least the early stages, fragrances like Bulgari Aquamarine. Love it. Kind of chromes DNA. Love all the chromes from Azzaro. But, like I said, the dry down is what makes this a separator. Because orris root, it starts to become more powdery floral, kind of an aquatic iris fragrance in many ways. It gets a little creamy. It's a deeper scent than you would want to believe when you first smell it. At first, it just smells like a generic shower gel aquatic. It really does. And boy, I pissed some people off when I said that the other day. How dare you? Hey man, that's how I feel. It gets better. I don't dislike the fragrance. I think it's a really good fragrance. I just have so much that smells similar to its opening. Again, it's the dry down that makes this one special. It is good. It is good. So much so I wore it, within 2 days of getting it. I wore it, that should tell you I really do like it quite a bit. So, try before you buy. You can usually check these out at Sephora, I believe. Carries Margiela Replica fragrances. And you get them online for about $90, $100 because they're like $140, $160 retail. You can get them for around $90 to $100 from discounters online. That's kind of standard fare from discounters. Like if you get it for $90, that's like the low end, $85, $90. You catch a tester for like $80, $85 if you're lucky. If you're lucky, here and there. But full presentation is usually like $10 more. And I think I paid like $98 for this from Fragrance Buy. I'm totally happy with it. Again, it's Sailing Day. Maison Margiela Replica line for the daytime. And then we're going to the shower. Fruity shower gel-like Aventus. Perry Ellis America. The old bottle style. The better bottle style. Why? I don't know. I was leaning down to the shelves where my Curve fragrances, my Nautica fragrances, my Perry Ellis fragrances, a lot of those cheapies are on, those bottom 2 shelves right over here. And I was leaning down because I wore Nautica Voyage 2 nights before, 3 nights before, whatever, a couple nights before. I wore Lemon Dulci. They're all around the same shelves. I was like, I'm going to keep going back to the well. What do I want to grab? And this caught my eye. I said, what the hell? I haven't worn that long time. That smells really good. And yes, it does. Does it smell exactly like Aventus? No. It's like Aventus shower gel, kind of. It's not quite as smoky, but it's got all that fruitiness, musk, a little sweet. It's good. It's good. It's like a 3 or 4 hour fragrance, nothing special. Perfect for out the shower, though. Absolutely perfect for out the shower. Quite enjoyed revisiting this one. I'm sure the newer bottle smells exactly the same. I just like the look of the older bottle. Perry Ellis America out the shower. Well, that was the, I think, 12 fragrances I wore this week for the rotation. I appreciate you guys checking out the video. There's links down below through YouTube as well as in the video description box. You got a variety of different places to choose from. You'll have fragrance buy and perfume box links and maybe Amazon, stuff like that in the description box. And then through YouTube Shopping Network, you'll have stuff like Joma Shop and Fragrance Net. So there's options. There's options to do a little bit of shopping if you want to do some shopping. But of course, you don't have to do any shopping to check out my videos. So appreciate you spending some time with me. Make sure to like and subscribe if you leave. See you in the next one.